Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Fall Down Dead, 2007. It's going to be another David Carradine flick. But the reason to watch is Udo Kier. This is going to be a slasher flick filmed exclusively in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Udo Kier plays the Picasso killer. He likes to carve his artwork with a straight-edge razor into his victims. So this is going to be a slasher movie. Lots of gore, some pretty intense nudity for about 5 seconds. This white couple. So it takes place during Christmas Eve, and David Carradine plays the night watchman in this building. Okay, so Udo Kier is, right off the bat, this movie doesn't waste any time. Udo Kier is slicing and dicing with his razor in some parking garage. He catches the lady in the elevator, starts slicing up her face and stuff. I guess he got the idea from killing pigs when he was a youngin', like 7 years old or something. I don't know. So there's a blondie. She's kind of good looking for a white woman. I have to admit. People say that the acting is really bad in this. It gets a really low rating of 4.1 out of 10 on IMDb, which isn't really low, but it's kind of mediocre, I should say. I love this flick. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I didn't think the acting was particularly bad per se, especially Udo Kier. He steals the show. But I guess there are enough no-name actors that I've never heard of that would make one think, oh, I never heard of this person. They must not be good actors or actresses. And people said it was kind of slow paced, but I thought it added to the tension, actually. And it does make you jump. I think it made me jump about 4 times with a bunch of noise and sudden appearances that make you jump. Okay. So that was pretty cool. So Udo Kier's chasing around the blondie. She's working on Christmas Eve. Some homeless bum tries to steal her purse, so she's running away from that guy. And then she sees one of Udo Kier's victims. She starts freaking out, and Udo Kier is standing right there behind her with his straight edge razor. So she starts running. She manages to escape. Don't ask me how. And then she's like banging on the building where David Carradine plays the kind of Barney Fife type rent-a-cop. So David Carradine's like throwing his book up in the air. He's reluctant to open the door for her, even though she's screaming. This madman is chasing her. He thinks that she's drunk or something, but he calls the police, and these 2 detectives come over. One of them's popping pills, waiting for a crack addict to appear with a $10,000 stash, apparently. he's been going through divorce, so he's popping pills at an alarming rate. He's got some kind of painkiller addiction or something. And the other detective is just like, dude, don't quit your job, even though you've been working there for 7 years. Don't take the severance check. You won't have anything to do. Which is sort of like me a couple years ago. No, I managed to keep busy, but I was kind of bored. Okay. So, anyways. So they get the call to come rescue the blondie. There are a couple of other white people in the building. One of them's cheating on her husband by having sex with her coworker, pretending to be at a Christmas party. So Udo Kier manages to make his way into the building. Don't ask me how. He turns off the power. There are power outages happening all the time in Winston-Salem because Udo Kier is cutting the wires all over the place, I guess. So he does that in this building. The detectives can't call for backup. David Carradine is the first victim. He gets an axe to the chest, which is pretty cool. Lots of gruesome, gory scenes in this, by the way. The house cleaner gets her face, her skin cut off her face, so it's kind of folded to the side, like I don't know how to describe it. It just looks weird. And then the detective gets shot. Udo Kier doesn't want to turn him into an art piece for some reason. Can't figure out. This movie is just bizarre. It's got really creepy background music too. And the ending is especially inexplicable. But the philandering wife gets shot. Her coworker slash friends with benefits, he gets his face all mangled up, like he doesn't have any skin on his face. I don't know why, but Udo Kier reminds me of Ed Gein in this movie. He keeps talking about carving up a masterpiece, his Mona Lisa. Weird flick. So I guess I named all the 5 victims. Udo Kier pushes the pill-popping divorce detective down the stairs. Meanwhile, Blondie and the pill-popping divorce detective are like having some flirting going on. The same thing happened with the other detective and the cleaning lady, but she got off pretty soon, even though she did the Hail Mary. It didn't help. So I think I said 5 victims. There are 2 left. Of course, the blondie and the pill-popping divorce detective. He gets shoved down the stairs. He can hardly move. But somehow they make it to the fire escape. And Udo Kier's doing his speech to the blondie about it. He says the same thing he said at the beginning of the movie. Oh, nice skin. You know, that kind of stuff. I love Udo Kier, man. He was good in Suspiria, Nymphomaniac, Blood of Dracula, the Andy Warhol movie. I remember watching that on cable. Just he's been in like 200 flicks. I should watch his flicks instead of solely David Carradine or Karen Black. So yeah, he was the reason to watch. He really hams it up with his slasher personality. Um, like I said, the ending is just totally bizarre. Um, the pill popping divorce detective gets shot in the chest like 3 times, and he's still alive. Um, he's still fighting with back against Udo Kier, and then the blondie shoves Udo Kier off the building like 7 floors or something, and the next minute he's alive, terrorizing her apartment, uh, carving up the face of her roommate, and her daughter's hiding behind the bed. Don't ask me how she survived. Then Udo Kier's got a lock of the blondie's hair, and he's like obsessed, doing his thing. And then you see the rolling credits, but there's more after the rolling credits. So the movie's not ending per se. The ending is after the rolling credits, so I didn't really spoil the ending for you. And it's quite a bizarre ending too. Very sick and demented. So this is my kind of flick. I mean, definitely 5 out of 5 stars. Try to find the trailer posted in the description box. I know the trailer is the only bonus feature on this friggin' DVD thing. So I'll look for that. I sent 22 emails to the gala that I did back in 2014. And I got no response. She's supposed to be coming back this month, but I don't know when. I don't know if she wants to meet me when she comes back. So it's a total disaster. But there are a couple of coworkers who like me. That's like my only chance right now because I got banned from OkCupid. And so my only hope are the Hispanic coworkers at my job. It's kind of awkward asking your coworker to meet you on the weekend. Unless it was like 10 years ago, it would have been easier, but now it's kind of awkward for me. So I'm kind of chickening out in terms of approaching women, especially coworkers. I don't want to get busted for sexual harassment or anything like that. So just been kind of saying hi and making up excuses to pop by the Hispanic coworker's desk. But no luck in that area either, at least not so far. So just keep trying, plugging away, and see which fishy bites the bait, so to speak. And yeah, it's definitely it's kind of no fun going on useless dates on OkCupid. But by the same token, being alone and not going on any dates is kind of the same. Not really making any progress in that area. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Guess I'll just be patient and wait. So that's the end of my review. Sorry to go off on a tangent about my lack of love life there, but great flick. Highly recommended. Check it out later.